Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for this fine, hot, feels like summer game here. The Merrimack Tomahawks versus the Exeter Blue Hawks. Whether you're watching on Channel 8 Comcast Merrimack or the HD Channel 1072 on MerrimackTV.com or on the Merrimack TV app, we are very happy to have you. We're also very happy to welcome the Blue Hawk fans. Eric Chellis over at Blue Hawk Media is grabbing the stream, and he is broadcasting that out to all the Blue Hawks fans in Exeter. So thank you, Eric, and welcome to all the Blue Hawks fans. Anyone out there that wants to have a shout out during today's broadcast, head over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/MerrimackTV. Leave a comment about anything you want, really, anything you want shouted out, and we'll try to get to you. And you know what? Today I'm here with Lucas Goldberg. So, Lucas, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, and we're just going to jump right into it, aren't we?
Of course. Exeter wins the initial draw, but Tomahawks get it back, and Henry Tobin is going down the field quick. Gets over the midfield line, pass over to Max Giles. Giles with it on the right side. Passes it back to Nathaniel Bergen, and they're going to go back. This is something we see different in the boys' game. They like to play beyond that midfield line. Don't always stay within the 7 and 10 yard mark. And they play a little bit farther up than the girls.
Yes.
Max Giles with it. Being played closely by Jackson LaRanger. Gets over to Bergen. Bergen going to drive to the right. Thought about a shot. Loses it. Good defensive play by Bland, but Bergen gets it back. Dine with it. He's going to make a run at it. Passes it from the X over to Giles. Bergen's going to reset, try and get something going on the offense. Bergen fakes left, spins right. Wants that shot. Goes to the X. Seems like we're going to redo it all over again.
Yep, set it back up here.
Dine. He has Wallace on him. Wallace going to play some tight defense right there. He's going to try and go at it wide. Going to get to Anderson from behind the net. Lots of room to work with. They have Bergen. Bergen loses it for a second. Still can't get it. Still can't get it. And it goes out of bounds. Good defensive pressure by the Blue Hawks early, but especially by Bland. Bland will bring it up. He has Anderson on his tail.
You can see a little more contact here with the boys.
Absolutely.
I know this is our first boys lacrosse broadcast here in Merrimack. We'll see a little bit of differences here between the girls and the boys lacrosse.
Definitely a lot more padding and physicality.
Yes.
Exeter's on offense now. It's going to be Hathaway. Hathaway passes over to Lacewicz. Lacewicz on Smith. Long shot. Great save by Tremblay.
Oh, man.
Tremblay is such a great young talent in the net for the Tomahawks. He started later in the season for the Tomahawks as a freshman and led them to a great overtime win against Bedford in the quarters.
Yeah, you can see him showcasing that with that save right there.
We're going to see a lot of that today, hopefully. Green will bring it in. Passes it behind the net. On the right side, being defended by LaMontagne. LaMontagne coming off a ACL tear from last season against Bedford. He's been great in this season so far. Great comeback season for LaMontagne. Ooh.
Nice movement
Hathaway
here by Exeter.
He thought about a shot right there. Receives a screen from Green
and there
shoots
it is.
And there's the first goal of the game. Just a rocket of a shot.
Absolutely whips it in there.
And well, it is 1-0.
And
early.
I know, Lucas, you did your homework. I know you're still at school here at MHS, so you're pretty much good at doing your homework as far as I know.
Well.
So the boys, the Tomahawks here. What are they coming in here with their record?
8-7.
8-7.
And then Exeter is 12-6. Exeter definitely one of the top teams in the state year after year, but Merrimack made it to the semis last year. Lost a few key players, but they're looking to make a bounce back in the playoffs. Lacewicz is going to bring it out of the zone. He's going to pass it over to Hathaway. Being defended by Hickey. Here's Green. Gerard making a run at it. Passes it back. And Lacewicz can't come away with it, but Colby Smith is going at it hard. He might not have gotten the ball, but he did his job in getting the body out of the way and creating an opportunity for the Tomahawks. Exeter with it now. Green looking like he's going to take a long shot, and he does, and it's a bouncer right between the legs of Tremblay and in for another goal. Yeah, Exeter coming out hot on this offense right now. If Merrimack can get a few opportunities, they're playing a little bit slower down the offensive zone, and Exeter's playing with much more of a tempo. If Merrimack can get that tempo right, they could get a few quick goals and tie this game back up.
Yes, and I know Merrimack was out here. Exeter had a little bit of a late arrival, so Merrimack was out here on the field, and I do want to emphasize it is blazing out here right now as far as temperatures go. So
it's beautiful up here, though.
The breeze kicking in is pretty nice, but as the game goes on, you might see a little bit of an energy drain there for sure.
Absolutely.
And I know Merrimack spent a little more time on the field warming up.
Yeah, Exeter just kind of got their pads on, stretched real quick, and then got to it, which could be maybe a key to them, less strained, because Merrimack was going hard in warm-ups, but we'll see how it goes.
Thankfully, the sun's gone behind the clouds here.
Yeah.
It looks like a big cloud. We'll see how long it sustains us.
Here's Hickey bringing it up. Johnson with it now. Dine. Just looking for someone in the offense trying to make something happen. Wallace playing great defense on him, but he gets in the zone. Pass it over to Anderson. Anderson can't get it. He'll pick it up. Has Caracolo on him. He's definitely making Caracolo work back there.
Yes. And he's not giving up.
No, he's not. Still trying to find someone. Oh, passes it straight to the net. But a great defensive play by Smith to get it out. That was for sure a goal if he could have gotten a shot off there. I don't think Burial knew where that ball was. Gets the ball off despite the pressure, and Smith is off to the races. Knight.
And a few quick passes, and Exeter's right back down in Merrimack zone here.
And it looks like Exeter is going to use a lot of their subs during this game as the Rangers subs back in. Lacewicz passes it behind the net. It's Bland with it now. Drives to the right. Shots. It looked like he got a stick on there.
Yes.
But it might have just been a little bit wide. But an otherwise great save for Tremblay right there. Green tries to shoot it through traffic, but Tremblay sees it clear right there. Hickey, a long pass over to Johnson. Anderson. He has Giles. Rousseau, the freshman. Johnson passes it over to Connolly. Connolly can't get it. It's hung up. It looked like Connor Dunn had a little bit of a hold on there, but just an unlucky bounce for the Tomahawks.
Yeah, and this Exeter Bluehawks team, this defense is not letting up.
Absolutely not.
I know it's early on still, but they are looking tough right now.
Oh, and if Connor Dunn could have gotten that right there. He looks a little Connor Dunn is shaking up right now. That is not what you want for the Tomahawks. Look, Chair tried to get a shot off, but it looked like he got pickpocketed. Colby Smith gets it. Can't keep it, though, and there was a penalty. And it will be Tomahawks. But nope, there was a timeout. My apologies. Looks like Exeter's coach is going to want to talk about it.
And I'm not sure how many timeouts the boys teams get, but we'll see we'll see if they can kind of regroup here. I think they were feeling a little bit of pressure from Merrimack.
Absolutely.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Ben Fong is downstairs. I believe he's a freshman here at Merrimack High School.
Freshman president.
Freshman president.
Student body president.
Excuse me. Wow. Very awesome. Awesome. So the freshman president, Ben Fong, is actually downstairs. He has stepped up to run the scoreboard that you're seeing on the screen right now. We, of course, the school has gotten a new scoreboard panel here, a new scoreboard out on the field, but our equipment that kind of updates it automatically to your screen at home is currently not compatible. So Ben Fong is actually running the Merrimack TV graphics. So thank you very much to President Ben Fong.
Yes.
And also thank you to Grace LeMay, our media assistant back at Merrimack TV, in the studio running the live stream, making sure that's going smoothly and giving us some replays. So thank you, Grace.
Looks like we're going to get back to action here. Just a little bit over 5 minutes left to go in the first. 2-0 Exeter if you're just joining us. I believe it will be Merrimack ball to start with. No, it will be Exeter. Exeter going to try and extend their lead right here. Pass behind the net. You're going to pass over to Lacewicz. Gerard. Over to DeMarco. Oh, and a long shot. Oh, I thought that'd go in for a second.
I thought it did too.
Just on the side of the net. That was
firing it in there.
That was a rocket of a shot. And Vitri's going to get his first minutes of the game. Dine can't get it. Tries to use the body, but Bland holds it in. And here's Nicholas. Lacewicz with it now. Walsh gonna reset, wait for his teammate to get back in. Green. It's Lacewicz. Lacewicz drives to the right, passes it behind the net. He's gonna take a long shot, a bouncer, but it will stay Exeter ball.
There's that like sidearm
Absolutely.
Sling that we
You
saw
love
at the
it.
last game. I'm loving that sidearm sling.
And those passes from behind the net are dangerous because Tremblay has no idea where that ball's going to go.
Right.
And if they can just take a quick shot like they've been taking all game, it's going to be trouble for Tremblay.
Definitely got a little bit of sun when you start facing that other direction.
Absolutely. Gerard. Pass it over to Hathaway. Good use of the body by Colby Smith. And here's Lacewicz. Ooh, Green lost it. Gets over to Lacewicz. Back over to Green. Gonna go from behind the net. Tries to use the wraparound. And just great use of the stick by Tremblay. Hathaway over to Lacewicz. Hathaway, a long shot. Takes an unfortunate bounce off the stick of Tremblay, but it will stay Exeter ball. Tremblay's got to be fatigued with these long zone times.
Yes.
Green has it behind the net to Schwahale. Hathaway over to Green. Green loses it once again. And Vitri's there to get it out of his stick. But Lacewicz has it now. Hathaway drives to the right, over to his teammate Lacewicz. Green was wide open, but too high of a shot. Almost hits the camera woman. And it will stay Exeter ball once again. Hathaway. Here's Lacewicz at the top of the key. Green. Thought about it. Oh.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh, that had to hurt. Off the foot. See, being a goalie in this sport seems just so scary.
I wouldn't want to be a goalie in any sport, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, that is true.
But this, especially got to get some bruising on the lower limbs there.
Absolutely. Not a lot of padding either. Uh-oh. It's going to be a flag on the Tomahawks. Gerard with it now. over to Lacewicks, and another penalty on the Tomahawks. And we'll see what it is.
Letting the flags fly here.
Yeah.
And whether you're a Tomahawks fan or a Blue Hawks fan or just a fan of boys lacrosse, if you want a shout out, head over to Merrimack TV's Facebook page, facebook.com/Merrimack TV. Leave a comment under the post about this evening's game, and we'll try and give you a shout out maybe around halftime or whenever we think we can kind of fit it in here. We'd love to hear from you, where you're watching, how you're watching. Maybe, you know, what you're snacking on even.
Our favorite.
Our favorite. So, getting a little hungry. Like to get some ideas for dinner once we wrap up here. So, let us know. Facebook.com/Merrimack TV.
We're still waiting on the call from the refs. Seems like the Merrimack coaches weren't too happy about it.
I'm afraid not.
And Exeter is going to start with it. Green. Back to Schwahali. Here's Bland. Hathaway. We had Green on the cut right there. It's going to go to Lacewicks instead.
Ooh, nice setup
high
there.
Shot by Lacewicks. And it was just too high to get in the net right there. And
really,
again, Exeter will get another shot at this.
Really nice looking play.
Bland. And a little bit of an errant pass right there. But Exeter will keep it. It will be the Tomahawks. Henry Tobin's going to start with it. Gets it to Vitri. Almost takes a tumble right there, but stays on his feet. Gets to McIsaac. Oh, just out of the stick of McIsaac.
Just couldn't quite handle that
I know,
one.
yeah. And it's going to go back to Exeter.
And in comes some
new players.
substitutes.
Charette's going to come in for Bergen.
Get some fresh legs.
Charette, the brother of Tomahawks girls lacrosse goalie Emma Charette. So definitely know the favorite sport in that house.
Runs in the family, I guess.
Kerrigan's going to come in. He's going to try and make a cut without anyone noticing. And Hathaway's going to take a shot, but a little too far right. And Lacewicks is going to bring it back in.
And speaking of Charette, we had Donna Charette, actually, the mother, step in, and she ran the clock for the Merrimack TV graphics for our first game of the year, I believe.
It's a family game.
Donna, if you're out there listening, we need someone to run the clock on Friday. If you'd be so interested, we'd love to have you.
And another incomplete pass for the Exeter, and it will be the Tomahawks ball. I gotta say, the Exeter goalie's probably loving this.
Oh, yeah.
Nice breeze.
Other than looking right into the sun.
Yeah.
But not too much pressure down.
Absolutely not.
Down at the
only pressure
Exeter
are these
end.
rays.
Hey-o.
Tobin's going to bring it in. 20 seconds left to go. Gonna have to score fast.
Yeah, and they can kind of maybe just use a burst of energy here because they'll have a little bit of a break between the quarters if they want to try and go in for it. But like I was saying before, this Blue Hawks defense is just, it seems impenetrable at times. So,
but I do have to say the Tomahawks defense doing great on those numerous amounts of opportunities for the Exeter offense to get some goals in.
Yes.
They were doing great on the defense.
So, Lucas, I don't know if you've heard about the new Merrimack TV app.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Sounds interesting.
Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But if you are enjoying the game, you can check out more MHS sports action. You can download the Merrimack TV app. Merrimack TV is a free download from your device's app store. Download Merrimack TV on your iPhone, Android, Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire device to watch live varsity sports, concerts, meetings, events, and other on-demand content. You're watching Merrimack TV, your community, your voice, and you might also be watching Blue Hawk Media right now, because Eric Chellis over Blue Hawk Media is carrying our stream right now. So thank you to Eric, and welcome to all the Blue Hawks fans out there. Like I said, this Merrimack TV app, you know, you can watch all kinds of stuff. I think concerts was on that list, and we did the spring concert. We covered the spring concert last Thursday. Absolutely fantastic, and I know our media services coordinator, I believe, has finished wrapping up editing that, and we are looking to premiere that tomorrow. Don't hold me to this. Tomorrow, Friday at 8 p.m. So keep an eye out for that. You can always check my facts on the internet there. Anything you read on the internet's most likely going to be true.
Yeah, most likely.
As I've learned over the years. So 8 p.m. I believe will be the premiere of that spring concert, the Merrimack TV app. Love to have you check that out.
And you know, I have to say, it's such a great app.
It is a great app. You know what?
No login.
It's free. No login, like you said.
No ads.
You download it, and it's ready to go. You know, username, no password. Just open it up, and there you go.
And I also have to say, despite the score, I believe that was a great quarter for both teams. Merrimack was stifling defense towards the second half of it.
Yes, I totally agree.
And Giles is going to bring it in for the Tomahawks. Uh-oh, takes a tumble. But there is a flag. Looks like maybe a legal use of the stick right there. Merrimack will have an opportunity to score right here. Russo is going to start with it. Russo will pass it back to Giles. Connolly's going to come in. Here's Dunn. Oh, just out of the reach of Bedard. Bedard, great opportunity to just give him a crease cranker right there.
Yes, couldn't quite finish the job that time.
Absolutely.
But Tomahawks looking good, coming out firing here in the second quarter.
Johnson's going to sub in. Exeter across the midfield mark. He's going to get to Bland. Bland have a longer room, but a great save by Tremblay. And Trembley's going to save it. And I have to say, number 27, Colby Smith, was wearing a shirt called Protect the Crease today, and he's doing what his shirt told us to do.
Perfect.
Perfect form by Colby Smith right there. Connolly, looking for someone. Gets it to Anderson. Tomahawks making a few moves on the offense. It looks like Anderson's going to be playing that left side, and they're going to move Bergen back to behind the net. Sorry, that's Bedard. Tomahawks had to let know Giles that Nicholas was coming right behind him. Sorry, that was Wallace. Giles is going to try and ISO it. Drives to the right. Pass it to Dunn. Oh, my goodness, what a shot by Connor Dunn.
Oh, wow.
That sidearm.
There it is.
And he just got it with very little room to work with on that right side of the net. And Tomahawks get on the board right here, looking good to start the second quarter.
Yes, just so the Tomahawks need to try and change the momentum here, maybe pick up a little momentum for themselves.
Absolutely.
But as you were saying, that first quarter, I think, well played by both teams.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it's showing. Tight game right here. Russo to take the draw. Exeter gets it out smoothly. McElroy going to go right the net and scores and responds quickly to Merrimack's first goal.
Quick answer to that Merrimack goal.
Trying
right
to stifle
there.
down as much momentum as they can right now.
Yes.
And they'll just trot back over to the faceoff square to try and do it again.
Yep, no doubt about that one. Just straight in.
We want to wish good luck to the men's Merrimack Tomahawks boys baseball team with their senior night. They're playing Keene right now down the field. Some great seniors on that team. And looks like there's a penalty right there, and the Tomahawks would get it. But anyways, good luck to the boys. They've clinched the playoffs.
Oh, they have. Perfect.
And they're gonna have.
You did do your homework, Lucas.
Oh, I did.
I really appreciate that.
Tobin almost loses it right there. Being played defensively tight by Knight. Tobin gonna make his way around the field. Gonna try and ISO it. Drives to the left. Gets around Knight. Gonna take a long shot. No, it's a bouncer to Connor Dunn. Anderson. Oh, and Dine just couldn't keep it. It's gonna be dangerous. Oh, a big hit by Wallace, but it will be a penalty. And it will be Tomahawks. Dine looking a little shaken up right there. And here's Tobin again. Tobin gonna drive to the right. Gonna slow it down right here. Left spins right. Ooh, a good spin move right there.
Just nowhere to go.
Connor Dunn with a long shot. And we'll stay Merrimack ball. Giles gonna take it now. Giles with it. Being played defensively tight by Laranger. Oh, tried to do the bouncer. Just a little bit too high of a bounce shot. Stays in, just barely. And here's Connor Dunn. Over to Russo. Dine. Trying to make some room here. Goes to the right, blows by him. Long shot, just too high. And they're trying to make these quick shots just out of nowhere.
Yeah, and they don't really have, with this tight Blue Hawks defense, they don't really have anywhere to go.
No.
I mean, they're trying to get by them on their feet. They're looking for somewhere to pass to, and it's just such tight coverage.
Absolutely.
What can you do?
And the ball's going to roll back into Exeter's zone, and that's not going to be good for the Tomahawks. Lazowicz blows by Smith. But he is going to slow it down and wait for his teammates to get there. Not going to go for the quick goal right there.
Yeah, they'll wait for a play to set up here.
Yeah, for sure. Lazowicz. Long shot. Ooh, and that was absolutely top shelf. A beautiful shot by Lazowicz. And it is 4-1.
Yeah, just an absolute laser in that top corner there.
4-1 with 8:03 left to go in the second quarter. And
yep, Merrimack's going to be feeling a little pressure now.
absolutely, yeah. Russo's going to take it. Scoops it back over to Knight. Knight over to Lazowicz. Here's Hathaway. Hathaway gonna wait for his new teammate to get on. And Gerard's gonna bring it in. Gerard with a little shutter step. Here's Kerrigan. Hathaway's gonna wait again. Hathaway's gonna run to the right. Thought about a long shot right there. Here's Lazowicz. Believe he has 3 or 4 goals for Exeter right now. Here's Scott gonna try and make a run at it, but good defensive play by the Tomahawks.
Yeah, trying to get a little fancy with the ball handling there.
But Smith got out of danger. Out of reach for both teams. Depends who's going to get there first. It will stay Exeter. Scott. Gonna look for someone behind the net. He gives it to Scott. Sorry, that was Kerrigan. Bland over to Lazowicz. Spins to the right, but being met by a wall of Tomahawk defenders. Gets over to Scott. Here's Kerrigan around the net, and a good save by Tremblay. Not even a Oh, but he gets his get back right there.
There it is.
Goes behind the legs, gets it in there. I was going to say, not even a move by Tremblay. He knew exactly where Kerrigan was going.
Yeah, but they got that bounce back, and in it goes for the Exeter Bluehawks.
Absolutely. You got to control the rebound.
And
Tremblay's looking
a little frustrated.
Absolutely.
In the goal there.
You're going to take a draw, 5-1 right now. Gets it behind the legs, gives it to Knight. Ooh, a big hack,
Ooh,
but
nice
he whiffs.
move.
Beautiful move by Knight. Being played tightly by Charette.
Spin move.
Oh, a good pass. And Nicholas did not expect to see that one. That was not on my bingo list for today, to see a long pole score. And Nicholas comes out of nowhere and scores right there for the Blue Hawks.
Well, cross off that square on your bingo card.
God, this is messing me up. Tomahawks, Blue Hawks. It's a bunch of hawks out here. I believe Keene, they're the Blackhawks, right?
I was going to say that earlier. Yeah, Keene Blackhawks.
The boys are playing Keene down there right now.
Yes.
Well,
the Hawks are in town.
Yes. McElroy's going to go quick. Almost a goal off the deflection right there, but it stays out of the net. It's going to be a timeout, Merrimack.
Yeah, and this is going to be a pretty good timeout, I think, for Merrimack. Try and regroup. Try and
Russo's very upset right there.
On.
Definitely going to want to figure it out.
It's got to be frustrating, especially in this heat like this.
Yeah. Well, we do have some Tomahawk alumni down on the field. It looks like we have Ryan Resendez, who's going to Rockhurst right now, Nick McCarthy, who's at NEC, and Romello Hyde, who's at Franklin Pierce. It's good to see past Tomahawks cheer on the future ones.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, this is definitely a great play by Coach Brian Miller. Try and get the boys back in shape before it gets too far out of hand.
Exactly. And if you happen to have your phone in your hand, you can head over to facebook.com/Merrimack TV, the Merrimack TV Facebook page. Check out our post about today's game. Leave a comment. We'd love to shout you out, whether you're a Tomahawks fan, whether you're a Bluehawks fan, whether you happen to be watching and you're a Blackhawks fan. Just a fan of boys lacrosse in general. We'd love to give you a shout out. Let us know how you're watching, where you're watching from, what you're snacking on, any other kind of shout out you might want to do. Just leave a comment under today's post, and we'll get at you at some point during the game here. As the
timeout seems to be wrapping up soon.
Yeah, as they're try to sort themselves out here.
Hopefully Coach Brian Miller can give them a good pep talk, get them back in momentum. They were looking good at the start of the second. Couple shots, one goal, but Exeter seems to have stifled that down as much as they can.
Yes, they have.
It's going to start behind the net of Tremblay, I believe. I'm learning as I'm going. There's a lot of new rules in this sport.
Just learning as we go.
Yep, absolutely. Because this is our first season doing lacrosse, right?
It is, yes, and this is our first boys game.
Oh, yes.
Of course, our second and final boys game of the year will be on Friday evening.
Senior night.
Senior night.
Here's Hathaway.
So we'll have to get set up a little early for that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Hathaway.
Nashua South in town, I believe.
Going to make a run out of tons of room, but a late check by Hickey to get it back in Merrimack possession. Long pass, quick pass to Bo Labonte, and he has a lot of room to work with.
A lot of space in front.
Gets it to Anderson, quick shot. Oh, Bedard, if he got a hand of that, that's a quick shoot right there. And
yeah, there's a nice
goal.
Quick on your toes kind of
play
right there.
Oh, and there's a quick play on your toes right there.
Exactly.
From Lacewicz. Gets in the net.
great shooting by the Blue Hawks here.
Absolutely.
Just spot on. Tremblay just is.
It's a lot of pressure right now.
Got to feeling pretty frustrated here. I think you'd like to see the Tomahawks keep it down at the other end.
Yes.
If possible. But like we've been saying all game, this Blue Hawks defense is just what else can you say about it?
I know, yeah. Knight's gonna get it. Uses the screen from the ref. Fakes passes it. A good swim move, a long shot, a bouncer, and goes off the stick of Tremblay. But we'll stay with Exeter. Kerrigan gets over to Hathaway. He's going to wait for some new teammates to come in. Gets it to Scott. Here's Lacewicks with a handful of goals right now.
A little double team there on him, trying a little something different.
Hathaway. Looks like Green's going to come in on the action. Lacewicks looking for someone. Gets over to Hathaway. Tomahawks do a good job of getting him out of reach. But a long shot, and it doesn't matter. And a beautiful shot by Lacewicks.
Wow.
Just, he's going low, he's going high.
Unreal shooting by Lacewicks.
And Exeter is putting Merrimack in a world of hurt right now.
Yeah, and not without the effort. The Tomahawks are there. That's just he just is shooting so well right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Here's Russo. Looks like it's stuck in there.
Yeah, Exeter once again comes up with this
McElroy
ball.
Gets there. Here's Knight. Gets it to Lacewicks. Hathaway on the left side. Here's Scott. Hathaway gonna make a run at it. Not a lot of room to work with, but gets it to Kerrigan, and Kerrigan's gonna go long past Lacewicks. Here's Scott. Sorry, that's Gerard. Oh, a good spin move by Hathaway. Bland back over to Gerard. Lacewicks going to take a shot, and a good save by Tremblay.
He's loving that spot over on the outside.
Yeah, he is.
That far right.
They're going to try and get another opportunity to score here and keep the goals coming. Gerard gets it to Lacewicks. Sorry, that's Scott. Scott spins to the right. Here's Kerrigan behind the net. Good move to get out of the way of Vitry. And there's a flag. It looked like he got a little bit of a stick to the face right there. And that is not going to help out the Tomahawks. Well, a few nifty moves by what it looked like was Hathaway, but it doesn't matter that the Tomahawks coughed it up. It is going to be a penalty on the Tomahawks, and Exeter will get the ball.
Of course, like to thank the officials for everything they do. This game couldn't happen without the officials. If you have any interest at all in officiating, you can check that out over at nhiaa.org. They're always looking for officials.
Here's Hathaway. It's over to Bland. Here's Green. Hathaway with a lot of room to work with. Pass it over to Bland. He has Green in the paint, as I would say, in basketball. But he just rips it in with a nice and easy score right there. They're going to bring in some new players, the Tomahawks. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. If you're just joining us, it's 9-1. But also, if you're just joining us, where have you been? And it's going to be a face-off. Another win by Exeter. Knight gets there. Knight with a nifty move right there. Lacewicz is going to bring it out. Wait for Scott to come back in. Lacewicz taking a good amount of time off the clock. I'm sure he's happy with using as much clock as he can.
Yeah, about a minute and a half left here. Not really any rush at this point. Maybe try to make the Tomahawks come out and play a little more aggressively. But
Green, but going to take a long shot and a good use of the forearm. Oh, but another good defensive play, but looks like Bergen's going to run pretty far into the offensive zone. Try a diving tackle right there. But it's going to go to Exeter. Oh, a good pick off by Hickey. He's going to give it to Giles, but Giles can't keep it and just goes right into the stick of Hathaway. Here's Gerard. Gerard's going to get it to Lacewicz. Here's Kerrigan behind the net. Gerard receives a screen from Scott. A good use of the body by Lamontagne.
Can't tell if he's looking for that
Yeah,
shot
I know.
there. It looks like he's eyeing it.
He wants it, but I'm sure they're happy to waste 10 more seconds or just try and get another quick goal. And it looks like Scott's going to try and do that through all the pressure. Oh, my goodness.
A little razzle-dazzle right there for you,
It looked like he
Lucas.
didn't have his stick clean till the end.
I don't know. I think that might have been clean all the way through. That was just hopefully we're seeing that on a replay. That was just that was something else right there.
Yeah, and as the Tomahawks are hurting.
It's one for the highlight reel.
Yeah,
let's say.
absolutely. And as the Tomahawks are hurting right now on the scoreboard, they're going to lose a key player, Henry Tobin, who looks like he's heading back to the locker room right now. Was out against Bedford 2 days ago, and he's out again against Exeter.
With 4 seconds, we might see.
And that'll be the half.
See the half coming up here. So
10-1, Exeter.
10-1 Exeter. I just want to give a shout out to Donna Charette. She must have had her ears burning. She says, great job, guys, watching from Exeter at the girls' game. So thank you, Donna. Anyone else want to shout out? Head over to our Facebook page, the Merrimack TV Facebook page. You can leave a comment right under Donna's comment. And Donna, if you or anyone else might want to run the scoreboard for Merrimack TV on Friday evening, that would be excellent. Good luck to the girls out in Exeter as we head into the half here. And a
little bit of a solemn energy in the crowd right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And the first part of this game, it was I'd say that whole first quarter was well played by both teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it just sort of got away from Merrimack there. A lot of frustration in the net.
Yeah.
By no fault of his. It's just they got some real sharpshooters over on the Blue Hawks team.
Yep, for sure. And Tomahawks are going to try and bounce back from this in the second half.
Yeah, and we'll see what the coach has. They got any extra orange slices and Wheaties over there for him, a little
hopefully.
Gatorade maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
And while we're talking about it, Lucas, if there's anyone out there that wants to know more about Merrimack TV, you can always email myself, Justin Slez, the Assistant Media Services Coordinator, or Nicholas, the Media Services Coordinator at Merrimack TV. Email us anything you like at merrimackTV@merrimacknh.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Maybe you can come over and check out the studio, because as I've been saying, the town of Merrimack's media division is, of course, branded Merrimack TV. We've got an app. We've got the brand. The division is funded by way of franchise fees from Comcast cable subscribers right here in town. The town of Merrimack has a community TV facility located at 6 Babusick Lake Road. That is Town Hall, West Wing, upstairs. Our 4 cable channels reach over 8,000 homes, and we're accessible online at merrimacktv.com and on the Merrimack TV app. And Lucas, if you've ever been over to the studio,
Oh, I have.
we've got all kinds of stuff over there.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
If anyone wants to check it out, like I said, you can email myself or Nicholas, set up a time, Merrimack TV at merrimacknh.gov.
We called it a great playoff game there.
Yes.
In Exeter.
That's right. And or if you happen to just be there for a town meeting, we have the Matthew Thornton room upstairs as well in the West Wing, so we get all the heavy hitters up there. We've got town council, planning board, school board, zoning board. They all meet upstairs. There's quite a few more that meet up there. So if you happen to be there for a meeting, you can give a knock on the window if there's enough time before we start the meeting. We'll give you a little walkthrough if you're interested.
Absolutely.
And if you want to set up time to check out the community studio, we have a community studio that is available to any Merrimack resident free of charge. You can show up. We have the studio space. We've got a 4-camera setup. We'll run the cameras for you. We'll run the audio for you. You just got to show up with an idea. I've got a lot of talk show style stuff that you can check that out on the Merrimack TV app, of course, kind of getting ideas what we have to offer. So a lot of talk show format. We get a host, they show up with a guest or two, they sit down, we run some cameras, they talk about whatever they want. It's community TV.
Yeah.
There's really nothing off limits.
Well, family friendly.
Well, we ask that it be family friendly, but we can't stop you from being family friendly because it is, of course, First Amendment freedom of speech. So we'll put anything you like up there. I think maybe we would maybe shy away from some slander.
Yes.
But other than that, we'd love to have you come up there and check it out. If you have anything that you might want to do outside the studio, we also have equipment that you can take out if you're a Merrimack resident free of charge as well. We give you a rundown on how that equipment works. And all that we ask is that you produce something that we are able to put on Merrimack TV. So, as I said,
I think we got it all.
I think we might have got it all, Lucas. So Merrimack TV at merrimacknh.gov. Shoot us an email. You can give us a call, 423-8561 during business hours. We're there basically day and night, Monday through Thursday, and then just the day through early evening on Fridays. Of course, we will be here this Friday through the evening as well as the Merrimack Tomahawks boys lacrosse team hosts Nashua South, I believe. So I believe that's kicking off at 4:30. We've had a lot of shifting times here
especially
throughout
today.
the season,
Yes.
so just keep an eye on social media if there's any question about that. But we are planning on seeing the boys lacrosse game live on Merrimack TV right around 4:30 on Friday evening. Lucas, you going to be here with us?
Absolutely, I will.
So myself and Lucas will be here. I don't know if Brian Gagnon will be making it that evening. So you'll likely just hear me and Lucas again. I know, such a treat to
They're
hear
like,
from
no
myself.
more.
From myself, Lucas does such a great job. I just
Thank
try
you.
and fill in the rest. So tune into that, and I think that actually will wrap up our spring sports season. We were just able to do lacrosse this year. We got some calls for baseball. We're trying to work out the logistics. There's not a lot of
Camera work there.
well, there's not a lot to set up down there as far as power, and there's just not a lot of infrastructure for us. So we will look into that in the off season. I know people would love to see it, and we would love to be able to do it. There are just some limitations, and we try to do our best, of course. And any volunteers, we always need volunteers if we're going to do the broadcast. So that's always a little bit of a hurdle as well. So if anyone out there is interested in sorting out some logistics for that, maybe stepping up to volunteer, we would definitely give it some heavy consideration for next year. And what else, Lucas? We usually get some music that we just kind of shut down and we let it play. So instead
But instead they have to listen to us.
We got us yapping here.
Definitely some keys to the second half for the Tomahawks. Definitely gonna have to make some moves in the middle of the field, try and get some more offensive opportunities for the Tomahawks to get these goals. Because if they can get some shots landed down there, they'll be back in this game quick.
Right.
But it all starts in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and the Exeter Blue Hawks have been pretty
good off the face-offs.
Yeah, very good off the face-off so far. I I'd say they've got about at least, and don't don't quote me on this. I think they might have about 80% of the faceoffs. It feels like at this point. So if Merrimack can come off the faceoffs, they can maybe set up at least a little something down on the other end of the field. Other than that, they're going to need to keep up the energy for sure, and I know that is a tall order here today.
Yes,
we're looking
especially with the heat.
Let's check their Merrimack TV thermometer here. 84 degrees and sunny.
It's better than it was projected to be. It was projected to be around like 82.
Yeah, and it was a high of 91 today actually.
Ooh.
So,
but
definitely feeling a little toasty right now up here. I was saying to Lucas earlier, I definitely needs like a shade or something for the shoes. We got a tent set up
Merrimack
top.
TV branded tent.
The Merrimack TV tent, but it's not quite covering the shoe area. So got the hot steppers going on.
We're gonna
right
miss
now.
this in the winter. I'll tell you that.
Yes, and we'll miss it in the winter, of course. So a couple of gorgeous games so far this year as far as the weather goes. And I would argue, honestly, other than the setup, like this has been a pretty gorgeous game as well.
Oh yeah,
as far as the weather goes.
Nice and breezy.
Yep. A little rough
I don't
going
know
so
I don't know
far
how
for
the player.
Tomahawks.
Yeah, I don't know how the players are doing them with all those padding and stuff.
Yeah.
But we're doing good up here.
We are. We're doing good. And as I mentioned before, we do have the Nashua South. I believe it's the Purple Panthers.
Purple
Nashua
Panthers,
South.
yes.
So they'll be here Friday evening, and then just after that, right around 8 p.m., we're hoping to premiere the spring concert, which we covered last Thursday. Excellent
Yes.
concert. We got the concert band, we've got the jazz band, we
got it all.
We've got the chorus, so the concert band and the jazz band, of course. Brendan McWalter directing those, and then R.J. Beck does an excellent job with the chorus. All kinds of great selections there. And I don't know if you heard, R.J. Beck went to school with someone that also composes music. He was studying composition, and he actually composed a song.
Yeah, I was going to say they premiered it.
Yes, for the Merrimack Concert Band. So they premiered that song that was written for the Merrimack Concert Band at that spring concert. So definitely check that out. Excellent piece. So exciting to have something like that for the Merrimack Concert Band to kind of work through and present to the audience. And I'm blanking on his name, on the composer's name, so I apologize for that. I want to say his last name is Wolf, or maybe his first name. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, he goes
by Beethoven.
He was in the Wolfram. He was actually in the audience, and he looked very pleased, and he got a good round of applause. So that was a great moment and awesome to see. And of course, the rest of the concert was fantastic. We had a student volunteer, Vanessa Carlson,
yes.
Vanessa Carlson stepped up, and she was running one of the cameras for the chorus, and she got the wide shots otherwise, and she did an excellent job. So thank you to Vanessa. Thank you to all our volunteers.
Yes.
Thank you, Lucas. Today, thank you to Brian Gagnon. Thank you to everyone that stepped up. We got Ben Fong downstairs running the graphics.
I believe we
that
have
you see
the list of commentators on the sheet.
We do have a list of commentators. Some of it's a little out of date, so I'm not going to lean too heavy on it right now. But yes, of course, President Ben Fong, freshman President Ben Fong, downstairs running the scoreboard for you at home. Can't do it without the volunteers. Can't do it without the officials. Can't do it without. There's a lot of stuff that goes on. Yeah, without the community, exactly. A lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. So
here we go.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you for tuning in, and let's see if the Merrimack Tomahawks can maybe turn it around here in the second half.
Here's Knight.
And the Blue Hawks.
I'm going to start on offense quickly, and here's Nicholas. Lasewicz just wide. That's some curve on it.
And a quick shot in the first 15 seconds here.
Here's Kerrigan. Going to get over to Hathaway. Here's Scott. Playing a little bit farther back, waiting for someone to set it up on offense. Hathaway going to make a run at it, it looks like. Drives to the right. Spins left. Good defensive work by Hickey. Gets it to Scott. Here's Lasewicz with a plethora of goals in this game already. He's going to see if he can get one more. Receives a screen from Gerard. Yes. Hathaway gets it to Kerrigan. He's going to go for the wraparound. No, he doesn't. And just out of the reach of Hathaway. Yep. Exeter is definitely going to be happy with wasting some time right now. Well, never mind. He just shoots
Lucas
it and scores.
With the jinx there.
I know.
I just got a text from Grace back at the studio. She's listening to me say that Wolf or something with the name Wolf here, and it was actually Spencer Wiles that went to school with Brendan McWalter, the school band director. So Spencer Wiles actually composed that song.
Well, we congratulate him on his great work.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was a great, great moment.
Hopefully a great moment will come up for the Tomahawks here, but McElroy will win the draw once again. Give it to Knight.
And you got to think that Exeter winning all these face-offs here has been kind of a quite
key
a big
to the game,
difference here. Key to the game for sure.
Here's Bland. Gonna give it to Gerard. Gerard's gonna give it to Scott. Never mind. Oh, no, he will. Drives to the right. Moving quickly again around all the defenders. Gerard wanted that ball on a cut with a quick goal right there. But Lacewicks is going to take it one-on-one. Montaigne trying to get the ball loose with the stick. Looks like a few ricochets, and that takes a high bounce over the telephone lines right there. And that ball is probably in Nashville right now. Here's Scott to get it up and going again.
Maybe the Purple Panthers can bring it in for the Friday game.
Bland. Gonna move to the right. Good defensive moves by Bergen. Gets it to Scott. Scott spins to the right. Gonna take a shot. Ooh, and way off.
It's like a little underhand kind of situation.
Maybe
there.
trying to show off a little bit right there. But yeah, just a little bit too far to the left. And Gerard's gonna bring it in. Gerard with Smith on him, giving him a few whacks.
Whacking that cross there.
It's a good use of get the frustration out.
Yeah.
Lacewicks receives the screen. Bassett way inside the paint. And good. And Kerrigan.
And a quick pass and shot.
Yeah. I keep saying paint because I like basketball. I'm gonna call it the zone. All right.
The zone. You can call it the zone.
I don't know if it's right.
You can say the paint. I'll forgive you for that.
I don't know if it's right, but oh well. Looks like they're gonna bring in someone new for the face-off. Here, try and get something moving.
Looks like they're giving the goalie a little pep talk down there right now.
Just keep his composure. Dine's gonna take the face-off. They still can't get it.
And
it's a scrum for it, and Knight will get it.
Exeter comes up once again with that face-off.
Here's Knight.
And he's moving quick.
Oh, a good move. And he is great at keeping the ball away from those defenders. Kerrigan being pounded by Hickey. Here's Lacewicks, going to wait for Scott to come back into the play. Scott gives it to Hathaway. Scott with Connolly on him. Ooh, a good jab step to the right. Oh, and just too far to the left, but a good use of the sticks by Hickey and Smith. And good work getting that ball to go awry. Here's Bland. Gonna give it over to Scott. Scott gets around Connolly, gonna take a long shot. Goes off the body of, it looked like an Exeter player. But Tremblay will get it. Too far of a pass for Dine, and Lacewicks is running fast towards that ball. Oh, and big hit on Dine right there. And the Exeter defense just bullying the Tomahawks right now. Lasewicz. Charette on him. He's going to give it to Gerard. And drive to the right. Good pickpocket by Dine. Uh-oh, it's hung up. Who's going to get there first? Oh, good use of the stick by Smith to get it out of there. And it looks like he's just going to dribble this one out. And here's done with it.
Way.
The only goal scorer of the game so far. Oh! And if Bedard got that, that's another opportunity for the Tomahawks. But just once again, out of the reach of Bedard. And we'll go to Exeter.
Just nothing seems to be going the way of the Tomahawks right now.
And Burial's going to bring it out. Name I haven't said too much this game so far. Bland. Bland's going to look for something. Here's Gerard. Here's Scott. Ooh, good use of the body by Giles. Hathaway with a good amount of room to work with there until Charette closed in on him. Good defensive play by Charette, but it will be a penalty. That's definitely what's been hurting the Tomahawks right now. These penalties and these face-off losses. But Tomahawks are moving fast. Here's Giles. Sorry, that's Bergen. Gives it to Giles. Long shot. Oh, just off the stick of Burial. Big Tomahawk ball.
And if you're a Tomahawks fan, this is what you want to see is them heading back down the field and kind of getting any kind of shots off right now.
Absolutely.
No, they might want to try and set up some plays, but trying to keep any kind of life here in the Tomahawks offense.
Good move by Giles. Gonna shoot it again. Just too low that time. But it will stay with the Tomahawks.
And that one is going to be heading out to the front parking lot.
Yeah. Tomahawks got to get that ball quick. It looks like the ref's counting him down. Don't know what's going on here. Right? Oh, yes, getting that line. Giles. Oh, almost a quick cut. Now, if these Tomahawks can connect on these passes, they're in business. But they got to connect on these passes to get some opportunities right in front of the net.
Yes.
And Smith is just going through the Tomahawk defense. Long pass to Lasewicz. Lasewicz looking for any room to work with. Passes it all the way back to Gerard. Gerard using the body to get past Russo. Lasewicz. Gonna take a long shot. Oh no, he fakes it. But a good use of the stick by Hickey. But Exeter gets it again. Here's Green. Oh, a good shot for Lechner, but a good save.
Great
for
save.
Tremblay. A little something to get some confidence back in net. Bo's gonna, sorry, Lamonte. Called him by the first name. But Exeter gets it back right away.
And just another errant pass there by the
Yeah,
Tomahawks.
absolutely. Oh, a good use of the stick by Smith. Smith's going to get it out of danger. Bounces it up in the air again. Still no one's ball. Hickey still can't get it, but Bland gets it. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. Not too many goals scored in the third. It seems like Exeter's trying to run out some clock. and it's going to be a timeout used by the Tomahawks. And a little bit of a decent start for the Tomahawks, I would say, in this third quarter.
Yes.
To just keep the goal scoring off. Just only 2 goals.
Yep, and no goals in the second half to write about, but definitely off to a good start for sure.
Absolutely.
See if the coach can kind of
just trying to
regroup them and
leave with their heads high at this point.
Yes.
Coach Brian Miller is going to say anything to keep the spirits up at the Tomahawks. Definitely seeming frustrated with the game right now, and the heat has got to be killing them.
You know what's not frustrating, though, Lucas, is, Merrimack TV has been recognized by the Alliance for Community Media with awards for outstanding public education and government programming. You can stay connected with Merrimack TV and follow us at facebook.com/MerrimackTV. You can also go over there and leave a comment under the post about tonight's game, and we'll try and give you a shout-out during the game. I know Donna Charette gave us a little something to work with there. Anyone else out there like a little shout-out? Head on over, leave a comment.
We're going to get back right into it. A little bit under 4 minutes to go. But if Exeter scores one more goal, it's going to be running clock, and this game's going to go by quick.
What's the deficit's 12 for
yeah.
running clock?
We saw that happen in the girls' game. It's 10 for the girls, but it's
Yes.
12 for the boys.
You get high marks for homework. Homework done.
I wish I could
Lucas.
do that
Good
with
job.
education and with school.
You're getting educated on,
yes, absolutely,
on boys
yeah.
lacrosse right now.
My
so.
math teacher asked me why I'm not doing my homework. I'll just tell her I was doing my homework for sports.
Yeah. You say running clock at 12-point deficit.
Well, yeah, I had to learn that. I had to study that. Good save by Tremblay. Vitry has it.
And here comes a flag.
Yeah. Don't know who it's going to be on. Will be on Exeter, so Tomahawks will have a little bit of an advantage right here. Here goes Connolly. Here's Anderson. Good move. Oh, and just wide.
Wow.
He had the net wide open right there.
Perfect opportunity and can't quite finish it there. Look, that was a really good-looking play, though.
And he had the goalie jumping up, but couldn't get it. Will be a penalty, so advantage to the Tomahawks right now. Anderson's going to bring it out. Pass it over to Russo. Tomahawks looking like they're trying to go quick right now. Here's Giles. Over to Dunn.
And trying to keep the tempo up.
Yeah. Russo. Get over to Bedard. A little bit of a low pass to Anderson. Dunn. He shoots. Almost gets the goalie out of the circle.
It was a nice
but
shot,
good save
but
by Burial.
Not quite the angle there, but really good-looking shot.
It looks like Smith's going to try and take a shot right here. But good use of the sticks by Giles and company. Here's Smith. He's going to give it to Lasewicz. Lasewicz, nowhere to go with Charette on him. Gonna pass it over to Hathaway. Here's Hathaway on Connolly. Blows by him to the right. Trying to get around Vitry. Gets it to Kerrigan.
And looks like they're going to reset this one.
Yeah, and definitely going to take some time off the clock. Oh, I was worried I was going to jinx it again right there, but the shot goes just to the left.
You lucked out this time,
I
Lucas.
know, yes.
Tomahawks Nation is listening.
Oh, and there's there's the goal. I apologize. But a great goal by, it looks like it was Hathaway, and that's going to start the running clock.
Great goal by Hathaway, and I would say a sincere apology by Lucas.
Yes. That one's on me.
And Lucas, I know you're on a bit of a time crunch here, so I know that running clock's probably a little helpful for your schedule.
No, don't worry about it.
And you know what? If you have to take off, I can take it from wherever you might need to go from.
No.
So
Here's Russo to take the draw. Knight. Gonna jab step to the right and take it to the left. Gets lost in a couple bodies. Who's gonna get it? It's a scrum for the ball right now. It's a big pile of bodies. Ooh, and that was
Whoa.
A little bit of an errant swing by Hickey right there.
Yes.
Tremblay not too happy with that. Gonna talk to his defense about it, but Connor Dunn gets it. Hasn't seen the ball too much this game. Just 17 seconds left. Here's Anderson. Benches, count him down. Connor Dunn gonna try and take a quick shot, and he scores!
Wow, it's like
Beautiful shot by Connor Dunn.
just a couple seconds left on the clock
Yeah.
there.
2.4 left to go.
And they will,
And that'll be it for the third quarter.
yes, the clock is still running.
And
Or is it? I guess they just ran that clock
yeah,
off. Yep.
no, it's going to take a bit to get the face-off out. And that'll do it for the third. One more to go. Good quarter for the Tomahawks defensive-wise, only holding them to about 3 goals.
Yes.
Tomahawks scoring 1. So all I can think the coach has got to say right now is win the fourth quarter.
Right. Even if you're not winning this game, win the fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
Go out there, keep playing, and you can see it there. They're keeping the tempo up. They haven't totally given up on the game, whether they expect to come out with a win or loss at this point. They're still playing, which is always great to see. You don't want to just,
No, you don't. You don't want to just give up and let the dogs off.
Exactly.
But as the coach for Exeter is saying, probably don't let your foot off the gas. You want to show this team and the rest of the state that they are here to play, here to make a run.
Absolutely.
Saying, as we said before, 12-6. Very good season for the Blue Hawks. And not too bad of a season for the Tomahawks. After this game, if the score was to stay where it is, they'll be around 500, hopefully making the playoffs around that. Definitely would hope to have a win on Friday against South.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I don't know what their
South is towards the lower end of the
Okay.
standings. I'll have to check it real quick. Yes, South is 3-14. So they are second to last in the standings. So hopefully the Tomahawks can get a win there and go into playoffs with a bit of a happier mindset coming
Right.
off a win.
Yes, absolutely.
Gonna take the face off here. Here's Russo again. Russo. Tomahawks finally win a draw. Here goes Connolly.
Double team here
Yeah.
on Connolly. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, he takes a tumble. Goes Giles. Gets it to Anderson. Anderson's going to give it to Dine on the right side. Here's Dunn. Both goals scored for Merrimack by Dunn. And Dine, a lot of room to work with. Long shot just to the left. It will be Exeter ball. And they'll give it to Burial. Burial, long pass. Seems like Knight had no idea where that was going. Couldn't keep it in bounds, but it will go to Merrimack. Connolly is going to bring it on the left side. Being hacked by Knight. Anderson. Going to give it to Bergen. Bergen loses it for a second. Russo. Being played closely at. Russo going through a lot of contact. just trying to get it to anyone. And he gives it to Dunn. Almost too high of a pass. Here goes Connolly. Connolly, good drive to the left, but spin to the right. Dumps it off to Russo. Bouncer, and just too high. Here's Dunn. Dunn gonna drive to the left through a lot of contact. Oh, and a good use of the stick, but Connor Dunn keeps it in there. I don't know how he kept it in. Kayot with his first minutes of the game. Kayot's gonna dump it off to Bedard, but Bedard still can't keep a hold on it, and it will go to Exeter. Here's Exeter coming down the right sideline. Oh, a good use of the stick by Vitri, but can't get the ball in his stick. And Exeter is going fast. Lavache. And it's going to be a penalty on what it looks like the Tomahawks. It's very hard to tell sometimes, though.
Well, it certainly is for me.
Bergen can't get a hold of it. Gives it to Kahn. Kahn. Oh, and a beautiful jump shot by Landon Bedard. And Tomahawks come back 13-3. Looking like a little bit of momentum, and I'm sure as Coach Brian Miller said, win the fourth quarter, and that is what they're doing right now.
Absolutely. And Lucas, I know you got places to be, so don't feel obligated to be here. I can take it from here if you need to head out. We really always do appreciate everything you do for us. So
of course. And that'll be it for me.
Anytime you need to take off, yep.
And I hope I'm going to listen to it on Merrimack TV, and I hope you guys do as well.
Yes, thank you, Lucas.
Have a good night.
Yes, we'll see you Friday. Let's grab the roster from you. And it looks like we have a Tomahawks looking feeling a little hurt down on the sideline there, as this one bounces out of bounds. It's going to be Merrimack ball. Bedard takes it over to Gorman, and another flag here. I want to thank Lucas for showing up today. We do a lot of stuff with volunteers here for the sport, so it's a community effort, and we really appreciate everything anyone in the community wants to do to help out. We couldn't do it without you. A lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes here for the high school sports and all the sports. And Exeter loses the ball there. Steckler, another whistle. And it looks like it's going to be Merrimack ball. Aggressive play here by Merrimack. Connor Dunn, and another whistle. Dunn can't seem to believe it. And it's going to be a timeout here. Not entirely sure who took the timeout. But with that, if you are enjoying the game, you can always check out more MHS sports action and download the Merrimack TV app. Merrimack TV is a free download on your device's app store. Download Merrimack TV on your iPhone, Android, Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire device to watch live varsity sports, concerts, meetings, events, and other on-demand content. You're watching Merrimack TV, your community, your voice. And as Lucas and I were discussing a little bit earlier, in case you missed it, this is, of course, a free app. You can get this pretty much anywhere you can download an app. There is no login, no password. You download the app, and it's ready to go. You just open it, and it starts working. So, no credit cards, totally free. Encourage you to download that. All kinds of on-demand content, whether it's the meetings, whether it's events that we cover here, whether it's community channel shows, as we were also mentioning earlier. Anyone that wants to do a community channel show, your show goes on the Merrimack TV app. So check that out as we're coming out of the timeout here. Just about under 6 minutes to play. The last half of the last quarter here. And it looks like LaRanger's going to take this one out. Oh, excuse me. It's number 8, Knight. Over to Scott. Back over to Knight. And Knight with some fancy moves, but I don't know if that went off someone's helmet. That was quite the bounce all the way back past the halfway mark on the field. Spin move. And Exeter, DeMarco, back over to Knight. Knight with a laser, but just goes wide. And a gentle applause from the audience as they're going to replace the keeper here. Tremblay will be replaced by Troiani, Zachary Troiani. And apologies to Zachary if that is a butchering of your last name. And the whole Troiani family. There's a scrum, and Troiani coming up with it. And he just kind of heaves it into midfield, where there's going to be another scrum for the ball here. Everyone's sort of jabbing at it, and looks like Exeter has come up with it. It's number 25, Steckler, and in it goes. And that's going to be 14-3 Exeter, with just under 3.5 minutes to go here. A little bit of a rough go at it here for the Tomahawks. We knew this was going to be a tough game. This is a top contender here, coming into Merrimack for the playoffs for sure. Merrimack also looking to make the playoffs here as well. They're going to be likely sitting at 500 for the year after this game. And Exeter comes back with the ball once again. Quick pass. Lechner. Merrimack coming up with it this time, but can't quite handle the pass, and back to Exeter it goes. And that's just the way the ball's been bouncing here for the Merrimack Tomahawks this evening. Frustrating game here. You can see that number 66 off comes the head of his cross. Zachary Troiani just letting his emotions get the best of him there. And he's going to see if we get a replacement here on the sideline for him. And he's definitely going to be hearing some words from Brian Miller, Coach Brian Miller. And Mason Tremblay back in. Kerrigan with it. Excuse me, passes off number 13 there. 33 DeMarco, back out. Tonight. And chased down by Wallace. Wallace over to Knight. Knight looks, passes behind the net there. Kind of fakes a shot towards the middle and then back over to number 33. And they lose handle of the ball. There's another scrum. Merrimack comes up with it. And Tomahawks down the field in short order. And Exeter looks like is going to be holding this ball for the end of the game as he gives it a heave all the way down the field. And that is going to do it for the match this evening. It's going to be Exeter 15, Merrimack 3, as Merrimack's going to drop down to 500, 8-8, I believe, on the season. Exeter is going to be now 12 wins, 13 wins on the season by the looks of it. Trying to read Lucas's handwriting here. Looked like a great start there for the Tomahawks at the top of this game, but quickly got away from them with a very tough Exeter Bluehawks team. Their defense very hard to penetrate. Exeter team very skilled at winning those face-offs, and that's definitely a huge difference maker here as they'll meet at the center of the field. I want to thank everyone that makes this possible, the officials, of course. We got freshman president Ben Fong downstairs, who was running the scoreboard for you on the screen. Lucas Goldberg joining us for most of the game, and he will be back commentating with myself on Friday. We got Grace LeMay back at the studio, who was running replays for you and making sure the stream was all running nice and clean. So thank you to Grace. So many other people to thank, but I just can't think of them right now. But you know what? I want to thank you for watching, and be sure to tune in again on Friday evening. We are slated for 4:30 kickoff time. The Merrimack Boys Tomahawks team versus Nashua South, the Purple Panthers. This is Merrimack TV, your community, your voice.